A 42-year-old teacher sent inappropriate text messages to a 15-year-old student. The mother felt that these text messages were inappropriate. The school did not agree, investigators did not agree, and never charged the teacher with a crime. The teacher then went to the girl's house to apologize, presumably to the girl and to the parents. And what did the father do? He hit the guy with a bat. Malcolm, make your point.
Listen, is it really a crime for a middle-aged man to send inappropriate text to a 15-year-old girl? Is that so terrible? Because if so, hang on, I got some deleting I got to do quickly here. No, but I was thinking, like, as a kid, I never wanted to see my parents and my teachers in the same place at the same time. That was just bad news. Yeah. But imagining this girl, and then the teacher comes walking the door, she's like, oh, this has just gone from bad to much, much, much worse.
Yeah. Steve, your point.
Well, I would do one of two things. I would either do nothing and not hit him at all, or I would go Joe Pesci on him.
Like full on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the one hit with the bat.
No half measures.
Yeah, well, I mean, either it was terrible, in which case he deserves a complete beatdown, or it wasn't that bad, so just calm down and move on. Yeah. So the single hitting of with the bat seems weird. Like I'm all in or I'm all out.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing here is that investigators found no problem with a 42-year-old teacher sending a 15-year-old girl text messages. Even if there was nothing overtly sexual in it, something ain't right. So as far as the father, if he wants to hit him once with the bat, I think it's okay. In this case, he also, yeah, I mean, he showed up to the house. Have you ever resorted to violence to solve something, Steve?
I have.
Yeah?
I've had a number of altercations, but they're almost always all on the basketball courts. And it's because I don't like hard fouls. I think it's ridiculous. We're not getting paid. We're just having fun. And when people play overly aggressively and physically, and they play dirty, I get really angry. And that's led to a couple of fights. In one instance, I got into a fight with a football player on the Cornell football team. Yeah. And he was much bigger than me. I mean, he was like 6'2" and like just cut. And he was being such a dick. And I told him repeatedly to not play that way. And he did it one more time. So I said to him, if you fucking touch me again, I'm gonna punch you in the face. So then he like just kind of shoves my shoulders a little bit. So then I just said, okay. And I just punched him as hard as I could in the face.
And?
He didn't do anything back.
Really?
And, yeah, we just continued playing. Yeah. Otherwise, he would have kicked my ass. Yeah. So when I punched him, his head snaps back, and then he's bleeding from his mouth, and I cut open his cheek a little bit, and then his two much larger friends grabbed me and said, hey man, do you want to get your ass kicked? What's going on? I say, look, I got no problems with you guys, but he has to stop being such a dick. And then we just, I don't know, we like just finished the game, and he kind of stopped doing it. So I got off lucky.
There you go. Violence resolves problems. Malcolm?
Yeah, this is a good lesson for me because I have not gotten into a whole lot of fights in my life. But this actually what this made me think of is actually corporal punishment because the daughter gets off scot-free. I mean, it takes two to tango, right? No, that's not true. But
way to blame the victim, Malcolm.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. But I was thinking that I wonder in this household if violence is the way that problems are solved, and whether this girl has been subject to her father's angry temper in the past, and that would be sort of an unfortunate side of this story. But as a parent myself, I have disavowed. But I was hit as a kid some, nothing you would call abuse, or wasn't called abuse back then, at least not when I called the police about it. But not really. I called the police on my parents, but no. But I don't.
You're going down a deep hole here.
I refuse to hit my kids over anything. I think it's totally wrong. But I leave the window open for other people's children.
There you go. By the way, before I tell you mine, we were playing basketball this weekend, and I had a breakaway for a game-winning layup, and a guy whacked me real hard, hit one of my nuts, which is still not quite right. And Steve did ream him out pretty good. Did not hit him though, but you were thinking about it.
No, I hate those kind of plays.
Hate those kind of plays.
Total bullshit, yeah.
I have never resorted to violence. I was trying to think, wow, really never once resorted to violence. I did get the shit kicked out of me once, though. In 9th grade, a couple of friends and I were walking out of a McDonald's, and there was a gang in the mean streets of Long Island that I grew up in. There was this known gang, and I wish I remembered, DBA, I think maybe it was their
They even had a name.
Yeah, awesome. DBA, the gang.
Like doing business as, were they like accountants or whatever?
So my...
a gang of accountants from Long Island.
So me, my three friends and I, we played video games like we were not like badasses in any way whatsoever. So my friend Jason had a little Swiss Army knife, so he's like, we'll get them. And he takes out his Swiss Army knife and pulls the blade out, completely as a joke, just internally to us. One of the guys from the thing sees it, And then they just all came and they just kicked the shit out of us.
Wow. So you've had violence resorted to on you.
I've had violence resorted to on me, which is sort of the philosophy that you were okay with on other people's kids.
So don't bring a knife to a fight where you're going to get your ass kicked.
Have better friends, I think, is the moral of the story. Have you guys ever resorted to violence? Let us know in the comment section right down below.